Hello everybody, welcome to episode 4 of the Tamagotchi Connection V3 series here, and today's an interesting day because we got some Digimail, or VPet mail, or whatever the heck you want to call it technically. It's Digimon related though. I got it from the wonderful, wonderful Mystic Dezelios, or Henry as I call him. Well, Henry's his actual name, but yeah, got some awesome Digimail from him. We'll talk about that when we get to that. But first off, we're going to talk about the wonderful Tamagotchi here. I mean, look at this. It's still our beautiful Superman boy looking thing. Someone told me the name of him, and I already forgot it. So, sorry to the one person who commented and actually knew what they were talking about. So, sorry about that. I'll watch your videos later. Because I saw that you posted some videos, and I'm going to look into that. It's like history of like Tamagotchi lore and stuff like that. I'm curious about that. But yeah. But let's get back to the actual thing I'm talking about. Sorry. So we have our wonderful Tamagotchi here. I know it's been a little bit of time since the video, because I'm currently trying to diversify my content portfolio a little bit by adding Let's Builds back into the foray, and probably work on some video game videos after this, because I have some cool ideas for some of that. But for right now, let's talk about our beautiful, beautiful Tamagotchi boy here. We got Zio here. He's doing pretty good, as you know. He's doing pretty well. Besides his weight, I did actually lower his weight. He's been at work with me, and that means this boy has been fed a lot of treats. But on the good side, on the positive, look at that training bar. It is filled. He is trained to the maximum he can be. It's beautiful. But yeah, besides that, we're just pretty much going to be chilling with them. I did buy a few items, so I bought one item today because I was having to lower down his weight. Because I was like, I spent my lunch break at work today just gaming away on him. Which kind of sucked because earlier I had a band-aid on my thumb. Because if anyone watched my last video, I cut my thumb. And I know now people are looking at this and like, hey, you cut your pointer finger too. I did that at work today. That's the joys of my life. So yeah, I've been just having fun. But I took off the band-aid now because I was like, my thumb's fine enough. It's not bleeding out. I'm okay now. But yeah, so we did actually go. I did buy one item while I was out, and we bought the. Where is it? Is it not in here? Where'd the item I buy go? Item, let's see, what did I buy? It's all different now. What? Let's buy that pencil. That's not helpful in any of these things. I don't even know what these are. Oh, buy one. Why not? They're like $500. But yeah, so I guess we'll figure out what the heck I just bought over here. Make sure that we didn't put in the souvenirs, because that can happen. I don't think you can buy souvenirs, but you know what? I'll make sure. So it's not a souvenir. I thought about a trumpet. I guess I didn't buy a trumpet. What items do I have in here? I got the cap, the ball, the umbrella, the pencil. Yeah, huh? I thought about something else. Because I thought we brought the umbrella in the last episode. No, we didn't buy the umbrella. No, we can't even use the pencil either. Wow. Well, we got at least use the ball. So yeah, and that, I guess I need to still work on getting money for the Gotchi King, because I kind of forgot about doing that. But yeah, I thought I bought an extra item. I guess I didn't buy an extra item for my boy. I thought I did buy an extra item for my boy now, and I'm kind of confused. Because I kind of worked for that earlier. I guess I didn't, huh? I don't know what I bought then. Maybe it's in here. Maybe it's in the snack options. Did I buy a snack by accident? No, but that weird one thing's in there, so I guess we'll find out whatever that is later on. But for now, we will actually work on lowering some weight down real quickly. So you know what? Let's play a nice good old game of... Actually, before we do play the games, let's actually talk about the Digimail I got in. Because you know what? Might as well, because, before we talk about this beautiful boy here, we might as well talk about some of the other stuff that kind of came in today. So, my wonderful friend, Henry, also known as Mystic Dezelios, I will tag him down below, because he is actually selling a bunch of VPets currently. Yeah, currently selling a bunch of Digimon devices. He also has some game consoles, some modified ones. So if anyone's curious, I am going to tag him down below. Last time I talked to him, he apparently had like a Godzilla and I think a Nightmare Soldier's color device. He still has a bunch of stuff. You probably just have to ask him what he has left over. But that's pretty much one of those things where you're like, hey, just ask him. I picked up 2 things from him because he had 2 things I was actually looking for. So I'm super excited to talk about these 2 devices here. First up, we have a D terminal, a golden D terminal. So I don't know what the whole history of this thing is, but he was like, he heard I needed a D terminal, and he was like, what about this one? And I was like, I've never seen it in gold before. Did a quick like look up on Wikimon, and yeah, it was just there. I don't know what the whole purpose of this is. But yeah, it's a gold D terminal, and I was like, I like that. I like that. For those curious about the D terminal, this is the Japanese version, not the American version. So the difference with the Japanese one is, besides the little logo here being the actual anime accurate logo, and besides the, so of course, the Digimon language being in Japanese instead of English, is, first off, we have a WonderSwan port. Yeah, this thing connects to the WonderSwan. It does a lot with the WonderSwan. Like, you can actually store digi-egg, like, armor eggs on here. And, like, transfer between the game and the D3. Like, it's just a nice little convenience tool, pretty much. So, if you got, like, one of them fancy WonderSwan link cables, you know, one of these, and as I just dropped the other device, I really hope I didn't mess that up. So, if you have one of these fancy WonderSwan cables, and a WonderSwan and a D3, you can use this device to help you out very much on your, like, D3 journey. Because basically this connects to each version of the D3 and the WonderSwan games it's compatible with. And it allows you to like transfer around armor eggs, which is really cool because in both of those things, armor eggs can break. And of course, as you know, if you complete one D3 or complete a WonderSwan game, what are you going to be doing with those eggs? You might as well just move them over and help you out with the next progress. I don't know. It's cool that it allows you to do that. I actually really like that concept. And I'm super excited to have this in the collection. For those who are curious, it does have this nice like PDA rubber here, which surprisingly actually holds up very well. A lot of times I see these things kind of get destroyed over time, so not too bad. For those who are curious, these are rubber buttons, not too bad either. Very nice. You have the little rubber shielding to cover that. You got the little port here for just connecting your Digimon devices, because this also works as a sort of Pokedex for Digimon, so you can learn more about each Digis on there. And, of course, you got a plastic D-pad, which I originally thought was a joystick, but it's actually just a D-pad. Which feels weird, because this is supposed to be like an idea based off of PDA. And to be honest, like, with most of my experience with PDAs, they either had, like, a weird joystick thing, or they had, like, a button in the middle of this, and then, like, outer buttons. Or were mainly touchscreen based. Yeah, like, most PDAs I know of were more held like this. The only one I actually know that's sort of held like in a landscape mode like this here is the like Tapwave Zodiac. And that's like supposed to be a game console, so it's kind of one of those weird situations. But at some point when we run our D3 and get all that stuff situated, we'll use this bad boy here and connect it to like the WonderSwan game stuff. Heck, we'll probably be using this in like Pendulum series, for example, when I run like a basic Pendulum or like the original Digivice stuff. Well, original Digivice or like an original digital monster. This is going to come super in handy. I'm super excited to mess around with this later on. And yeah, super awesome about this one. Super excited. Next up, we'll grab the device I just dropped on the ground, because that's how awesome I am, as it fell the other direction, apparently. So, ooh, so glad this thing has a sort of like built-in cover screen. But I picked up another Digimon XL. Yeah, I've been wanting 2 of these. And he had another one up for offer. And this beautiful unit right here is now in my collection, which I'm super excited about. So for anyone curious, the Digimon XL is like one of those in-between devices that Digimon did for between the Pendulum X and the Savers devices, which means it actually has concepts that you'd see in the later like Savers Digimon. Like these little pins here, which allows you to do like the Digi Soul Charge, which, you know, you put your hand to it, or use little cards that it came with. And you also have the 3-prong system. Very interesting. You also have a little lanyard strap down here. And of course, one of the coolest parts of these devices, in my favorite idea of it all, is this little art card thing here. So you can take off this little front panel here. Very nice, very clean. It allows you to, like, there's the battery input there. Don't know what's going on with this screw right here, but Oh well, it's staying together right now. And to be honest, I'm not going to be worried about it. As long as it turns on, it turns on. But yeah, one of the coolest parts about that is if you take this off here, you actually get to actually mess around with these little art sheets here. So, for example, if you had a bunch of these little like art sheets here, you can take a head, and let's see, do I have a spare? I do have a spare. So let's say if you had spare little art sheets, like these ones here, you can swap out your Digimon and have like cool little art on each one of them. I have a few of them because I own a bunch of like accelerator stuff, except for another accelerator, funnily enough. Because as you all probably know, it should be, I think, in here. If anyone's seen like my last Bai purchase, it wasn't the JP Fans one. The last Bai transaction I did, or one of them, I think, I had picked up a bunch of like Digimon accelerator stuff. And I've been wanting to run 2 for a series, so of course I went ahead and picked up another one. And they had these weird little trigger mechanisms, and I love how this feels. Seriously, this is such a well-made device, and I'm super excited to run that at some point. But yeah, as you see here, it has a whole like removable art cards, and yeah, not too bad. I like the whole concept. It's a very cool concept, very unique in itself. And we'll talk about that more when we actually do a series on these guys. So, I'll have to clean this one up, because of course I'm going to remove those stickers on the front. And get that all settled up there. I will be saving these stickers, or trying to save them at least, because I want to put them on a piece of paper, because it's hard to get good Digimon renders sometimes, and sometimes these art drawings are kind of the best you get sometimes. So I'll be trying to save those stickers and see what I can do there. Besides that, though, super excited to have all these 2 cool devices here. And if anyone's interested in picking up some Digimon stuff from him, he's currently selling a bunch to get a car or whatever. If anyone wants to go pick up a device from him, I will be tagging his Instagram down below, so please be kind and courteous to him when asking about Digimon stuff. And yeah, hopefully some of y'all pick up some cool Digimon stuff from him. It'd be very awesome. And thank you, Henry, for sending these in very quickly, too. Like, I was very surprised to get it in today. But seriously, thank you, ma'am, and you'll hear from me later, because we always talk anyway. So, yeah. But, yeah, check him out, please. He's a really awesome dude. Now let's get back to the main point of the series here. As you know, we got our beautiful, beautiful Tamagotchi here, and we're going to play some games with him, because you know what? You might as well. We need to lower his weight. And, of course, as everyone keeps telling me, Bump is whatever nonsense that Bump is. So people keep trying to guide me on Bump. I'll be straight up honest with y'all. I get the idea is like you're supposed to be like heavier in statistics or whatever. But most of this game is just pure RNG. Pure RNG and like trying to get that bar to the end. If I wasn't on camera, I would actually do it properly. Actually, I probably could do it better. No, I can't. Ooh. Yeah, see, like that's RNG right there. It is weight-based, that is a thing, but, like, if your weight's, I think, what was it, the person said that if your weight is 15 points over or whatever, I don't know if that's true or not. In my personal experience, you could be 99 pounds and it really won't do anything for you. Like, and someone was trying to tell me to press A and stuff like that. Like, to be honest, none of that really works. It's pure RNG. Currently, we're winning that RNG very well. So let's see how far we can actually get along with this. To be honest, this does mean we actually earned a good chunk of money here already. So we're already doing pretty decently, I say. Let's see. Woo! Oh, we had I guess 50-50, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to do on this because, like, if I look up with my normal eyes, it does not look good to me. So yeah, it's one of those bad situations where it's like, ooh, I'm not gonna see the screen that well. Surprisingly, this is actually very good rounds of Bump for us. Usually, Bump, I never win this, even when I'm at the heaviest weight class. Ooh, that is not a good number there. But yeah, I usually am pretty bad at Bump. This feels like an unfair game of Bump, though. He's kind of flying in the air. But yeah, Bump's one of those things where it's just mainly pure RNG. I get there's some statistics to it. And, like, if you're actually playing this properly and not in a weird camera situation like I'm doing right now, then you could actually do pretty decently, I say. It's very much statistics-based. You want to be a good weight over for your Tamagotchi, and you also want to have, like, the good timing aspects. If you get both of them down, you could get, like, a good statistical outcome for Bump, but like I said, Bump is still very much RNG-based, so it's my least favorite of the subset of Tamagotchi games. It's quick and easy, and sometimes I play it just to, like, lower the weight of my Tamagotchi, because it's very quick to kind of mess around with that. But let's say if we're actually going to play a Tamagotchi game, there's Get Music Note, and there's also, like, Heading. Like, Heading is still amazing. Like, this is still one of those games where I can sit down and play for so long, and, like, just enjoy. I'm going to be really bad at this, because I'm playing this through a camera, and this camera introduces some lag in there. So it's going to be very fun for me. This is making me already miss the DMK, because the DMK allowed me to, like, had such good viewing angles, and the screen does not have said good viewing angles. Which sadly goes for a lot of, like, Tamagotchis. Viewing angles are not that great, usually. But this one is just pretty, yeah, this one's not that great. I could try looking at from, like, normal eye view. Oh, man, that's not good for me. I could try looking at from, like, normal eye view, but for, like, normal eye view, it just kind of looks like this to me. Like, that's what it looks like. Like, you can sort of see that, but not that well. So, just think what I do for y'all on this channel sometimes. But, yeah, and then we got Flag here. Flag is also pretty fun. Flag is all about tricks, though, so make sure you kind of watch out there. First few rounds are pretty easy. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Once you get to the later rounds where it does actually try tricking you with, like, half flags and, like, flipping the flags around, it does kind of get to that point. Because you very much had to pay attention to them sprites. Like, you had to pay pretty good attention overall. I still say Heading's the best. Heading gives you the most money, I think, currently. Oh, yeah, see, like I messed that up. I'm not good at this, but usually I play Heading a lot of the time. I like Heading. And it just kind of gives me money quickly. That, or I'm playing the other Tamagotchi game, which is the Get Note, because I can also do that one very quickly. It's one of those things where it's like, I actually enjoy playing some of those other ones. Pretty much. I'm not going to buy any of those other, like, items in the shopping thing, because, to be honest, those are kind of bad. But, yeah, not too bad. And, of course, if y'all know, I think you could do, like, a weird little cheat code thing in this little menu here. Yeah, you can do some weird, like, little cheat code menu thing in this, like, shop menu, I think. And, of course, you have the basic password here, which also lets you do password items. I'm looking to see which items are exclusive to the passwords, and I'll probably get some in, just so y'all can see the whole password menu. I'll do that in the next episode, though, because, you know what? There's not much going on. And I'm going to go look at these devices here, because I'm super excited to, like, kind of mess around with those ones, especially the D-Terminal. So, pretty much, y'all go check out Mystic Dezelios if you want to. Heck, go check him out just for his awesome account. Seriously, does some cool stuff usually. And, of course, also go check him out if you want to buy some cool Digimon things as well. Besides that, I'm going to go mess around with this Tamagotchi. I'm also going to go mess around with these random devices here. Probably clean them up a little bit. See if I can use some fancy stuff to clean this PDA rubber. Maybe I'll make a video about cleaning this stuff. I don't know. This stuff is used, I use a different cleaning method than I usually do with a lot of devices. So we might talk about this. Maybe. Besides that, though, I'm going to use some Polywatch, clear out the screen, the little scratch screen here, and see if I can save these stickers, too. So, that's pretty much it for today's episode. I'm going to try lowering the weight of our boy, because our boy kind of needs that. Our boy is kind of getting a bit shrubby here, so I kind of feel bad for him. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'll see everyone later. Bye. And I'm going to go work on some other videos, because why not? I have too many videos in the project hold. It's time I release them. Release what's ever trapped inside my brain. But yeah, I'll see y'all later.